Since the conflict began in Syria, military airports have been one of the main targets for the armed organizations. Tight siege along with suicidal attacks caused the collapse of some airports' fortifications. The fall of Minna military airport after a joint operation of ISIS, al-Nusra and the Free Army 2 years ago was a shock for many Syrians, but other airports have remained immune so far.
We emphasize on our complete readiness in this airport. We are here to eliminate the armed groups.
During the siege that has lasted for more than 3 years on Kweres military airports in the eastern countryside of Aleppo, a number of armed groups alternated around it. Most recent one is ISIS. A few weeks ago, Allahu Akbar chants by ISIS were ringing, along with the shelling on the airport's garrison.
We are imposing a sealed siege on Kweres military airport, preventing Syrian army's jets from taking off or landing, blocking the provision of food and aids.
The complicated situation in this spot, surrounded by ISIS members, began to change today, as the Russian airstrikes granted the Syrian troops a push in its military campaign to break the siege. This process seemed efficient in just a few days in making progress towards An-Naam and the Sab'in strategic hills, just a few kilometers away from the airport southern walls.
We have regained control over Al-Nasiriyah town, Al-Naam hill and village. We also inflicted ISIS heavy losses in personnel and weapons and targeted the terrorist groups around the Air Force Academy.
Meanwhile, ISIS organization found a loophole to prolong its time in the region by attacking Ethioria Khanasar Road, taking advantage of the bad weather, aiming to stop the Syrian forces' supply through its advance to break the siege over the airport garrison, which consists of 2,000 officers and soldiers who have no other choice but to struggle to survive. Marwa Atiyah, MEC.